Hello everyone, welcome to the third installment of Chimes of Frigidia. I'm your host Anaide and today you will be hearing about pirates. Enjoy! Again, today as you can see we are not in the studio but in a courtroom. King Balthazar of Hakone is trying to unravel a tangle of criminal activities in the port city of Velthus and its adjacent waters. Who is here to stand a trial, Franulf? The first case concerns the entire city council of Velthus. They are charged with theft, abuse of power and murder. The main witness against them is the dreaded pirate named the Devil of Velthus. A young man takes the stand. From a huge tricorn hat with a real skull on it, golden earrings or a curved saber, he seems to be trying his hardest to look like a pirate. He is strangely clean for a pirate though, with neat ironed white shirt, polished hide boots and red curls of hair artfully arranged on his head. My name is Adrian Porter, better known as the Devil of Velthus. I am here to finally bring justice to my father, Alastor Porter. 2 years ago, my father caught a golden fish. Imagine his surprise when she started talking. She convinced my father to spare her life in exchange for 3 wishes. She also promised to accompany him until the wishes were fulfilled. His first wish was for the fish to get rid of all the mold that infested houses in South Velthus. Even though the government officials didn't do anything when we complained about it, they suddenly had time to investigate why it was gone. Their investigation resulted in my father getting accused of witchcraft. What a joke! He was burned at the stake and there was nothing funny about it. The golden fish of course disappeared. I call her to stand to corroborate my testimony. The young pirate sat and the first row full of noblemen paled considerably. A burly man brought in a small fish tank with a fish that shined and shimmered with golden light. The king himself got up from his chair to get a better look. My name is Kala of the Golden Depths. I confirm what Adrian said. I was a prisoner of the city council for 3 weeks. They couldn't decide on the 2 remaining wishes. There were ideas like turning the entire city into gold, immortality for the council, army big enough to conquer the world, winged horses, and many more. One day, when they were arguing, I managed to break my glass tank. I was put in a glass that was on a window facing the sea. I jumped, survived, and I quickly found my way back to Adrian. He wished for a boat with a ghost crew, and I provided that for him. King Balthazar to the row of nobility. Do you have anything to say for your defense? A jumble of voices starts to profess their innocence and somebody else something about wings.
Enough! The king yells. We gathered enough testimonies from the palace staff who swore on the stone of truth to sentence you for life. You are hereby dishonorably discharged from the office and stripped of all your titles. Your wealth is to be seized and given to Adrian Porter as compensation. Take them away. Some of the nobles still tried to defend themselves while being led away, while others just hung their heads low in resignation. Now to Adrian Porter, or as you are more commonly known, the Devil of Velthus. You are charged with piracy, theft and murder. During these 2 years you captured almost every single merchant ship leaving Velthus. The ships, their cargo and crew were never seen again. Injustice doesn't give you the right to harm innocent people. What do you have to say for yourself?
Well, I admit I used the enchanted boat for revenge. I captured every single ship that belonged to the nobles on the council. They had a concerning monopoly on trade, might I add. I took their cargo and I burned their ships. They deserved it. But I never harmed anybody on the crew. I gave them good compensation and then I let them go. Some of them chose to leave Velthus, but a lot of them went back. It isn't my fault the lords on the council don't know who they employ. Some of the men got captured repeatedly and saved enough money to open their own businesses. I swear I never killed a person by the stone of truth, he said, and the room got quiet. Franulf whispered to the microphone. If Adrian were to lie, he would drop down dead on the spot, yet he is still standing there with a smile on his face.
King Balthazar. Well, that takes care of the murder charge. When it comes to theft, you stole what now belongs to you. As for the piracy,
I guess we can say you offset that with community service. Congratulations, you are free to go. You are of course prohibited from piracy. If I may suggest a course of action, there are some vacant spots on the city council, the king advised in good humor. His face turned somber as he faced his two kids, Cassandra and Eric. King Balthazar. No one is exempt from justice, not even the royal family. My dear Cassandra, I was so proud when I first learned you joined the army under false identity and rose through the ranks thanks to your iron will and fists only. You earned my respect as well as the title of a general. I sent you here to resolve the situation, and I find you conspiring with a pirate. What do you have to say for yourself, my dear? Cassandra. I know I failed to follow your orders. I was sent to Velthus to capture the pirate haunting its waters, but I discovered that the extent of corruption in Velthus was beyond the scope of my wildest dreams. The second I entered the city, I was repeatedly asked to kill the Devil of Velthus for a prize, and I suspected my brother was too. I managed to infiltrate the pirate's ship and soon learned the truth. I planned to detain Adrian on my own boat until a fair trial could be held, but I soon learned that Eric was following my crew. Instead of capturing Adrian, I decided to protect him. I know I disobeyed a direct order, and I will accept my punishment. However, I won't apologize for standing in the way of injustice. King Balthazar gave Cassandra a long look, and then he turned his gaze to Prince Eric. He was once again struck by the similarity his children bore to the late Queen Beatrice. They were both tall, with golden blonde hair and deep blue eyes. They reminded him of the past he lost, and the future he was tasked to protect. King Balthazar asked, his voice wary. Did you follow Cassandra's boat, Eric? Prince Eric. Well, yes. But I was just trying to make sure she wasn't breaking the law, which she was. King Balthazar. Did you accept money to kill the Devil of Velthus? Prince Eric. No, I would never. I value my honor above all. King Balthazar. Would you swear it on the stone of truth? Prince Eric. Is it necessary? Don't you trust me, father? I am your heir, and this whole thing is just her word against mine. King Balthazar. Your arguments are unnecessary. Swear it on the stone of truth. Prince Eric turned deathly pale, which seemed to be the norm for the guilty nobles in this courtroom, and his eyes stayed firmly on the ground. He gently shook his head. King Balthazar. You asked if I trusted you. I used to. But I must deliver justice. You are no longer my heir. You can keep your life, but you may never show your face in my kingdom again. The king's words hit with the strength of a thunder. For a moment, everything was silent, until the royal guards tried to lead former Prince Eric away. He had to be dragged, and he hurled every insult he could think of towards Cassandra, Balthazar, and the entire city of Velthus. There is a cup with the words 1 week later, and both Egan and Franulf are now in the studio. Egan. My, the hearing was full of surprises. Do we have any news about where the actors of this courtroom are now, Franulf? Franulf. Princess Cassandra is in the city preparing for her coronation. King Balthazar announced his intent to retire. Recent events seem to worsen his already compromised health. Adrian Porter became the mayor of Velthus, and there are rumors about the position of a royal advisor in his future. What else are people talking about, Egan? Egan. People are talking about the possibility of the Devil of Velthus rising even higher in the society. There are rumors going around about him being considered as the Queen's consort. The palace and the man himself refuse to comment on the matter. And of course, people keep on wondering, what will he do with the last wish? Franulf. I know what I'll hope for. I was teased with the image of a winged horse, and I am dying to see it. Only time will tell though. That's all today from the Chimes of Frigidia. Tune in next time to hear from your favorite reporters, Egan and Franulf. May the gods stay ever in your favor. If you managed to get this far, thank you for listening. It feels like I'm talking to Void, but I'm enjoying it, so I'm gonna keep doing that. See you later!